In this video, you will learn how to solve rational equations for a given variable. Now we're given this equation here. 3x minus 1/2 minus 1 over x equals 0. Now to solve this, the first thing we do is to identify the least common denominator. So the denominators of each of the terms here, so we have 3x. The denominator of 3x is considered as 1. Then we have 2, and then we have x. So this is what we're going to do. To find the LCD is we just multiply the denominators. So that would be 1 times 2 times x. Therefore, the denominator is just, or the LCD is just equal to 2x. Oh. All right. 2x divided by 1 is equal to 2x. All right. And times the numerator, which is 3x, minus 2x divided by 2 is x, times the numerator, which is 1, minus 2x divided by x is just 2, times 1 equals 0. And now we simplify the numerator. 2x times 3x is just 6x squared, minus x times 1 is just x, minus 2 over 2x. Then we can multiply both sides by 2x. Then this equation would become 6x squared minus x minus 2 equals 0. Alright, we have here a quadratic equation. So we need to factor this to solve for the value of x. So we can use factoring by grouping, by writing negative x as a difference. So let me delete this. So we can write that equation as 6x squared plus 3x minus 4x minus 2 equals 0. This is just equal to this one, negative x. We write negative x as a difference. Right, then we can group 6x squared and 3x as well as 4x and 2. So 6x squared plus 3x, okay, we can group them, minus, okay, we put the negative sign outside, then we group 4x, this would become 4x plus 2 equals 0. And then we factor out the common factor. Here, the common factor here is 3 and x. Then we're left in the parenthesis with 2x plus 1. And here, the common factor is 2. Then we're left in the parenthesis with 2x plus 1 equals 0. Alright, notice here that we have a common factor which is 2x plus 1. Then we can factor that out from the expression. So we have 2x plus 1 times this one, 3x minus 2 equals 0. Now we have the factors, the product of the factors of the given expression. Then we can equate each of the factors to 0 to solve for x. Right. Okay, so we have two factors here, 2x plus 1 and 3x minus 2, and we equate each one of them to 0. And the other one is 3x minus 2. Right. Okay, we subtract 1 from both sides. This cancels out. Then we have 2x equals negative 1. Then we divide both sides by 2. Then x is equal to negative 1/2. Then the other x We add 2 to both sides. And this is 3x equals 2. Then we divide both sides by 3. Then x here is equal to 2/3. Therefore, the values of x are -1/2 and 2/3. Now let's solve another problem. What if we're given this equation x plus 1 equals 4 over x plus 1? So what we're going to do here is we just multiply both sides by x plus 1. So we have x plus 1 equals 4 over x plus 1. And then we multiply both sides by x plus 1. Then this would become x plus 1 times x plus 1 equals 4. Then notice here that x plus 1 is doubled, so we can write this as x plus 1 squared equals 4. Then we take the square root of both sides. So this would become x plus 1, square root of x plus 1 squared is x plus 1. Then square root of 4 is just plus minus 2. So the expression would become x plus 1 equals plus minus 2. And we can separate this equation into two possible cases. So we can separate this as x plus 1 equals positive 2, or x plus 1 equals negative 2. And then we can solve for the value of x. So we have x plus 1 equals 2. We subtract 1 from both sides. Then we have x equals 2 minus 1 is 1, positive 1. Then the other one is x plus 1 equals negative 2. Then we can subtract 1 from both sides. Then this would become x equals negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Therefore, the values of x here are positive 1 and negative 3. Now let's solve another one. Let's say we're given this equation x plus 20 over x minus 4 equals 5x over x minus 4 minus 2. So to solve this equation, we just have to multiply both sides by x minus 4. So the equation would just become x times x minus 4 plus 20, because if you multiply x minus 4 here, x minus 4 will cancel out, equals 5x, and x minus 4 here will cancel out 2, minus 2 times x minus 4. Then we can simplify, so we can solve for the value of x. X times x minus 4 is just x squared minus 4x plus 20 equals 5x. Negative 2 times x minus 4 is negative 2 times x, that is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. Now we can put everything, all of the terms, to one side. So let's put them to the left or on the left, and then equate the whole equation to 0. So this would become positive 5x would become negative 2x would become positive 2x, and positive 8 would become negative 8. So this would become x squared minus 4x plus 20 minus 5x plus 2x minus 8 equals 0. And then we group like terms. We just copy x squared here because that one is doesn't have any terms that are alike with x squared, but we have negative 4x, negative 5x, and 2x. So negative 4x minus 5x is negative 9x, plus 2x is negative 7x. Then 20 minus 8 is just positive 12 equals 0. Alright, so we have here a quadratic equation, x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. So we just have to factor that. Okay, x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Now to factor this, we can look for factors of 12 that when we multiply them, it would equal to positive 12. And when we add them, it would equal to negative 7. So we can use negative 3 and negative 4. So we can write this as x minus 3 times x minus 4 equals 0. Now to solve for the values of x, we equate each of the factors to 0. Okay, so this is just x equals positive 3. We add 3 to both sides, and here we add 4 to both sides. Therefore, x here is equal to 4. Now, we take a look at the original equation again. The denominator here is x minus 4. Therefore, x cannot be equal to 4, since it would make the expression undefined. Therefore, x cannot be equal to 4. So the value of x here is just equal to 3. So the answer is 3. Now let's solve another one. How about we're given this equation, x squared plus x over x minus 1 plus x minus 2 over x minus 1 equals to x. Alright, take note here that the denominator is x minus 1, therefore x cannot be equal to 1, since that would make the expression undefined. So to solve this, we can multiply both sides by x minus 1. So this would become x squared plus 6 times x minus 1. No, x minus 1 cancels out. Alright. Plus x minus 2 equals 2x times x minus 1. Then we simplify, we remove the parentheses. This would become x squared plus 6 plus x minus 2 equals 2x times x minus 1. So this is 2x squared minus 2x. Then we can put all of the terms on one side. So we can put everything to the left. This one, the 2x squared minus 2x. So this would become x squared plus 6 plus x minus 2 minus 2x squared plus 2x equals 0. And then we simplify, we group like terms. So x squared here goes with negative 2x squared. So x squared minus 2x squared is just negative x squared. And then x plus 2x is 3x. Then we have 6 minus 2 is equal to 4 equals 0. Then we can change the signs by dividing both sides by negative 1. Then the equation will become x squared minus 3x minus 4 equals 0. And now we can factor this equation, x squared minus 3x minus 4. So we look for factors of 4 that when we multiply them, it would equal to negative 4. And when we add them, it would equal to negative 3. So we can use negative 4 and positive 1 since the coefficient of the middle term is negative. Therefore, the larger number should be negative. So this is x minus 4 times x plus 1 equals 0. You can always check by using the FOIL method by multiplying the two binomials. Right. So now we can solve for the values of x by equating each of the factors to 0. Okay. The other one is x plus 1 equals 0. Alright, so we add 4 to both sides. This cancels out, so x here is equal to 4. Then here we subtract 1 from both sides, so x is equal to negative 1. Therefore, the values of x here are 4 and negative 1.